Hello everyone, in this video I will help guide you on how to obtain every achievement in the full game of No, I'm Not a Human, or at the very least, point you in the right direction. Do keep in mind that if you have watched my video on the demo version of this game, the majority of those achievements are not in the full release. I also have to warn you, there will be mild spoilers throughout the entire video. Some parts of endings will be shown and character interactions as well. This is due to me wanting to show when I got the Steam achievements, which will appear at the bottom right corner. If it seems like I am missing or misinterpreting something from the game, feel free to let me know in the comments to help everyone else in the whole achievement hunting process. I will be separating all achievements into a respective category for organization, and for the content in those respective categories, I will have them chronologically ordered starting from the top left, read top to bottom, column by column, with the last achievement being at the bottom right, at least as close as it can be to the bottom right. There will be one exception from category separation, since these two achievements can happen sequentially from each other, that being Take Responsibility and the Child of Doom. All achievements will also be color coded on how difficult they were achieved from my own experience of getting them. The difficulty can vary from person to person and their luck with the game. I have it there to help show what to expect when getting a certain achievement, green being easy to do, yellow being a bit difficult, red being difficult to get, and dark purple being outrageously hard to get. Let's start with the event-specific achievements. Come and see. On night 6, look outside your door's peephole to see the distant city burning. So, have your last conversation with the pale visitor on night 11 and say no, I'm not alone to him one last time. What the hell was that? Spot a disturbing amorphous figure outside your middle window on night 12. Walk a mile in their shoes. Have a very strange dream of walking inside your house with creepy sounds being made and doors opening to pitch blackness. After the dream ends, you wake up noticing all the guests in your house are gone. I theorize that this happens when you have an abundance of visitors inside your house for a long amount of time. I'm talking 3 or more inside your house for a few days for this to occur. I could be wrong, but I ran some tests in my playthroughs and checked to see how many visitors I had in my house, and it seemed to have triggered often when I had at least 3 in my house. I believe it even happened when I had 2 in my house at some point. Maybe it's percentage chance based, I don't know for sure, but hopefully this can help you out. Now let's move on to the player/playstyle specific achievements. TV made me do it. Check yourself or another guest for the first time in the game. Not on my watch. Find the identifying signs of a visitor and shoot them. Be warned, just because they may show one trait of a visitor doesn't mean they are one. First time, do a visitor test on someone who is actually human and shoot them. A house with history. Explore every interactable object inside your house. This includes the window and nightstand, which are in your bedroom, the hanging picture and table magazine in your study, Toto the toy in your living room on a shelf and a wooden cross on the wall, the leftmost wall cabinet in the kitchen, the stack of boxes on the top right shelf in the closet, and the covered up window in the bathroom. Harsh compromise. The way to get this is to refuse guest entry, and certain guests will try to bribe you with an item to be allowed in. Accept the bribe to get the achievement. Certain characters that can bribe you are the twins, angry rotund guy, cheerful guy, the creepy couple guy, the homeless guy, and drunk Jack Black. Breakfast of Champions. Drink both coffee and cigarettes on the same day. An easy way to do this is to order coffee from Forrest on day 2 or obtain it as a bribe, and the same goes for the cigarettes, where you can order them on day 7 or obtain them as a bribe too. Once you have them, just use both of them. No, I am not a visitor. Check yourself in the mirror for all visitor sign possibilities that you are able to check, which is everything except the camera check. Your fluffy master. Obtain a cat on night 4 from the cat lady and get the cat some cat food and feed it to them. You can order cat food from Forest Delivery or obtain it as a bribe. Feeding the cat will prevent anyone from dying the following night, so overall it's a good idea to get the cat at the cost of letting the visitor cat lady in. Frenemy. You have the same character killed as both a human and visitor. You don't have to personally kill them twice, because I got this achievement in my playthrough without killing the mother when she was a human, since a visitor killed her. But I did kill her when she was a visitor in another run, and I got the achievement. Which in hindsight, that's how I got the Frenemy achievement in the demo. I got Jack Black and he died instantly to a visitor, and in my next run, I killed him when he was one. Mystery solved. Sommelier. You have to take every item consumable possible, which is the beer, kombucha, coffee, energetica, the mushroom you obtain through the Mushroom Guy's questline, and cigarettes. The wiki doesn't mention cigarettes, but you have to consume those as well. If by any chance you don't get the achievement, try eating the apple that shows up in the Mushroom Guy's questline as well. You can find more details from my Shroom or Doom ending explanation. Story was a little dry. Complete an ending in the game without saving through kombucha. I believe you can do this quickly in some endings, such as Yes I Am Alone ending, but I didn't do it this way, so it's just speculation. Idiot box. See every TV broadcast available. You don't have to watch every TV broadcast all in one playthrough, but I'd recommend checking the TV multiple times every day until it finishes on day 13. Radioactive. Tune in and hear all the radio messages until completion on day 13. Just like Idiot Box, you don't have to do it all in one playthrough, but I'd recommend doing so. House of the Living. Prevent anyone from being killed by visitors in the first 7 days. I will say this in general tips as well, but for anyone that won't check it out, having invited 2 or more visitors in your house in the same night will make them kill someone instantly the next morning. If you only manage to invite 1 in, they won't kill the same morning, but they will the next night. I really hope this makes sense, but if it doesn't, be sure not to invite everyone in, as the chance of 2 of them being visitors is more likely than you think. Allowing guests that are easy to identify as visitors through their teeth and hands, good examples being the Amogus guy in the mother's hands, or the teeth on the fortune teller and bearded guy. There is many more examples that you can look at in the No I'm Not a Human Wikipedia to see if they have these visitor signs or not. Having the cat here can be helpful for the last day or 2, especially if someone bribed you with cat food earlier in the week, along with buying food from Forest to prevent anyone from dying. Just know that the cat lady is a guaranteed visitor, so you can't let in any other visitor in your house or else someone else will die that same night. You can do what I did and just didn't invite her in, and when I got the achievement, I just restarted my game. Hopefully this information is helpful. Family dinner. Invite every guest into your house. This one is more difficult to do in the full release than the demo, as inviting 2 or more visitors in the same night will have them kill someone the next morning, and some people will want you to kick out others before they come in. My best advice for this is to kill all guaranteed visitors or send them to FEMA if you can, learn the character visitor signs, and try to get one of the earlier occurring endings, such as Yes I Am a Murderer or Yes I Am Alone. And now on to ending specific achievements. Wrath of the Vigilante. The psychopath, who looks like the guy from Hatred, will arrive on your doorstep on both night 10 and 12. He'll ask you to prove to him that you are not a visitor. Showing him any sign that indicates you're a visitor will cause him to attack you, and you'll get ending number 10 and the achievement. Yes, I'm alone. Let the Pale Man into your house, either by losing everyone in your house that is a human when he comes over, or by just saying you are alone even when you aren't, will get you ending number 6 in this achievement. No, I'm not alone. You survived to the end of the game and boarded up your house from the outside world, but you had visitors inside your house still when it happened, giving you ending number 3 and an achievement. The end? Survive till day 14 and board up your house, have no visitors residing in your house to get ending number 2 and its correlating achievement. May death cleanse us of our sins. To get this ending, you need to encounter the death cult leader on night 8. You will put 3 annoying guys into your house. You need to prevent them from dying or being taken from FEMA to be invited to join the death cult yourself. He'll invite you to join on night 11. Say yes to get ending number 4 and the achievement. Yes, I'm a murderer. To get this ending, you will have to kill a bunch of human guests. You don't have to kill a bunch of humans on the same day. You can kill 1 or even 2 every day. Just keep in mind of FEMA taking people from you and not doing this when the Pale Man pays you a visit. You'll eventually wake up in the middle of the night to look outside your door's peephole to see the Psychic Man say to you that your future looks grim, and you'll end up trying to take your life and fail. Ending with you getting thrown out of your house by the other residents residing there, fearing you. You'll get ending number 7 and its achievement. Embrace the inevitable. For this achievement, you have to follow the Psychic Guy's storyline. The way to do this storyline is to let the cat lady in on night 4 to get the cat and open up the basement. Kill the cat lady or send her to FEMA if you can, since she's a visitor. Wait another day for him to show up and tell you not to search anyone for visitor signs for 2 days. He will then show up again and tell you to dig into the dirt pile in your basement. The best way to do this is to save 1 energy bar left, dig, use an energetica, dig again, and then use another energetica and dig again. You can buy energeticas right off the bat from Forest on day 2. If you don't have any energeticas, then it'll take 3 days to dig through the dirt pile. Keep in mind to not accidentally show your hands to the hatred doppelganger psychopath, since you'll come to the conclusion you are a visitor and end your playthrough like you did to me.
You little bitch.
After you finish digging, you can enter a tunnel system that is under your house. To your immediate right in the tunnel, there is a guy who has been mining for God knows how long. Talk to him, and then every day after that, you can talk to him again for the next 2 to 3 days, where he talks about being really curious about what is in this hole that he's talking about. At some point, the second guy should show up again. He showed up on night 12 for me, and he'll tell you to jump down into the hole. Going back and exploring the tunnel will reveal that one of the blocked passages are now open, leading you to the miner. You can talk to him again and then jump down into the hole. Doing so will take you to a whole new dimension where you meet death and talk to them. They'll send you to somewhere peaceful, and you'll get ending number 9 and its respective achievement. Shroom or Doom. You follow the mushroom guy's quest line. You need to have access to your basement by accepting the cat lady into your house. He'll show up on night 6 where the whole town should be burning down. Through what I experienced, he didn't show up at all for the first few playthroughs of mine, but he eventually did, and then every playthrough after that, he showed up every time, so keep that in mind. When talking to him, he'll mention the Mushroom Festival to you, along with a book called The Book of Smiles. Accept the pages from him, and it'll instruct you on what to do for the next following days. Though it is in the form of a poem, so it might be a little hard to understand. When the next day arrives, you need to enter your basement to see a mushroom growing in your potato batch. Pick it off, and your character will put it in the fridge. Go to your fridge and eat it. The next day, you'll then have to find an apple in your house, which is in the living room. The apple will be shown next to your pet toy Toto. Eat the apple and continue with the rest of your day's activities. Then the next day, a clock will show up above your bed. Interact with it, and then the following night, the mushroom guy will show up at your doorstep and offer to take you to the Mushroom Festival. Say yes to him, and you'll get ending number 8 and the achievement. Welcome to FEMA. You have to suck up to FEMA in every way you can. In the Wikipedia, it says you have to call them and ask questions every day, but I'm not sure if you actually need to do this, so keep that in mind. During your first encounter with a FEMA agent, be cordial to them. Ask them if you need to buy one of those protective suits too that they're wearing, and ask them if you need to pack up and leave with them. Then when the second FEMA guy visits your house, be nice to him as well, and he'll give you a FEMA slip telling you to give it to anyone you suspect is a visitor. You have to give the FEMA slip to people who you know are visitors and not human. The best way to guarantee this is by giving the slip to the cashier lady and cat lady, since they are guaranteed visitors. But keep in mind, people are going to be dying in your house every day if you don't have cat food on hand, and getting too many visitors in your house could cause them to take everyone out of your house in a dream sequence, leaving you with nobody, which happened to me. Although I got lucky since the dream sequence did happen to me, but I still got accepted into FEMA the same night. You get the FEMA slips from the second FEMA guy encounter on night 5 and the fireman on night 7. Once the third FEMA guy shows up on night 8, he'll take them both and offer you a job to work with them. As mentioned earlier, my game got jank here, so I can't say for sure if you need to take them first and then the next day you're invited or not. I apologize about that. Once you get the offer to join FEMA, say yes to their recruitment. Doing so will give you ending number 5 and their respective achievement. Take responsibility. You encounter the seductive woman guest and invite her into your house. There are a few crucial things that need to happen here to get the achievement and its respective ending. 1. She needs to be a visitor for this to be possible. Checking her eyes is the easiest way to identify if she is one. Just look for extremely dilated pupils. 2. Talk to her every day and pick the nicest responses possible, aka telling her that you're anxious and scared, and ask if she's scared too. Ask her about her stomach and say you'll take care of the fetus. Night after night, you'll see her body morph horribly as the pregnancy progresses. After 4 nights, she'll die and the baby will have been birthed somewhere in your house. 3. Keep in mind that this character, as of uploading this video, is kind of buggy. Do not kombucha save when you obtain her. I know it's tempting, but something about saving with her being in her house just makes her bug out and causes you not to progress her storyline. This happened to me at least twice, and if the kombucha save does work out for you, you'll still be delayed with interacting with her by at least a day due to sprite problems, which can screw you over if your timing's a little tight by reaching the end of the game, which is day 14. The Child of Doom. This one comes directly after the Take Responsibility achievement. After the baby is born and the woman dies, you need to search for the fetus. Click on your room's curtain as shown here. You will hear a baby cry out and you'll need to search the house for 2 other fetuses. I found mine in the study room on the fan and the other in the bathroom in the basket under the tub in my playthrough. Progress into nighttime and look outside of the window closest to you and you should see the baby drinking from a dog's tit. After seeing this, you can't look outside any of the other windows, prompting you to look outside the people at your door. After that, you'll get the cutscene for ending number 1 and the achievement. Everywhere at the end of time. Unlock every ending that is in the game. There are a total of 10 endings total as of making this video. Next up are the phone specific achievements. Special delivery. Watch a TV broadcast about forests and you'll get a phone number to dial. Dial the number and order something from them to receive that order later that night. Amateurish Exorcism. Listen to the radio broadcast about evangelization on day 3. They will give you a number to dial, and once you dial them, just go through their text conversation with them and you should get the achievement. You weren't supposed to hear that. Access the FEMA hotline before it's even mentioned in the game. The FEMA hotline always stays the same, which is 000451. Do this on day 2 to get a funny conversation and the achievement. Phone book. Obtain every possible number and call them. FEMA, the psychics, and phone roulette are not randomized. The rest are. The rest of the phone numbers you need to obtain and call are as followed: forest number, neighbor's number, the little girl's friend's number, the fortune teller's number, the sad mother's number, the angry rotund guy's number, the unintelligible wire-faced guy's number, the twin sister's husband's number, the best son's half-sister's number, and the FEMA wannabe border patrol lady's number. Of course, this is a lot of numbers, so you don't need to worry about getting all of these in one playthrough. Some people mentioned this achievement being bugged, so keep that in mind and keep track of your progress on who you have and haven't dialed. I will now be reading off all of the phone number listings and their requirements. Forest, watch the TV on day 2 to receive the phone number. FEMA, watch the TV on day 3 to receive the phone number. You can also do it on day 2 to receive the achievement. You weren't supposed to hear that since the phone number doesn't change. It's 000451. Phone roulette. Listen to the radio on day 5 to learn the number. This number doesn't change. It's 891533. Psychics. Listen to the radio on day 3. This number doesn't change. It's 777460. Now it's time for the character ones and how many days you'll need to talk to them to get a phone number from them. Your neighbor's number. You receive his number during day 1. Fortune teller. Talk to her for 2 days. Deadbeat mom. Talk to her for 3 days. Best son. Talk to him for 3 days. Little girl. Talk to her for 3 days. Twin sisters. Talk to the guardian twin for 3 days. Keep in mind, if you lose your sister in any way, she will not talk to you at all, locking you out. Angry rotund guy. Talk to him for 4 days. Wireface's number. Talk to him for 4 days. Border Patrol woman. Talk to her for 5 days. And finally, the character-specific achievements. Lost in the Roots. Encounter and let in the immortal man to get the achievement. Wait. Invite the wheelchair guy into your house. Check his hands, and if he's a human, he'll only be missing 1 finger digit. If he's a visitor, he should be missing all of his fingertips. He'll then proceed to talk crazy and saying they'll eventually grow back. He's a visitor anyways, so I recommend shooting him and getting your achievement. Watch and learn. Kill the guy with the purple bandana and clothing. He can be both a visitor or human. Either version of him should get you the achievement. I shot him when he was a visitor, which you can tell if he has green/bluish eyes or removed fingernails. Hot potato. You encountered the burned fireman on night 7. Once you let him in, he'll give you a FEMA slip. Immediately give it back to him the next morning to get the achievement. Event Horizon. You will randomly encounter the cold jacket guy. Invite him into your house and talk to him for 4 days until he opens up to you about his secret. Some things to keep in mind. 1. He is considered a visitor, and while it seems he doesn't kill anyone, he does count towards the visitor counter mentioned earlier in the video during the House of the Living achievement. If you didn't see that achievement, essentially if you have 2 or more visitors in your house at any time, they will kill someone the same night they are invited in. 2. Him opening up about his secret will cause everyone in the room he is in to be killed, visitor or human. The void doesn't discriminate, except for your character, of course. After he reveals his secret, you get the achievement and you decide what you want to do with him. Do not disturb. You refuse entry to the more brash guests that arrive at your house. The following that you need to refuse entry to are the lumberjack bearded guy, the brood mother woman, and the old saggy face lady. You don't have to get them all and refuse them in one playthrough. It could be done across multiple runs. I am the law. Invite the pushy homeowner lawyer guy into your house. Interact with him for 4 days straight while being hostile towards him, and you'll eventually get the option to shoot him due to him threatening to contact FEMA about you. On the Wikipedia, it says you have to pick the most aggressive dialogue options towards him and to constantly threaten to shoot him after checking him for visitor signs. In my playthrough, I didn't check him for signs at all and I still got the achievement, so you don't have to do that part. The former, I do not know though, since I was aggressive towards him. You can test it yourself though if you're curious. What's that smell? Just like the same achievement in the demo, get drunk Jack Black into your game and keep talking to him for 3 days. You can eventually offer him a beer, he'll give you an item as thanks, and then give you another surprise by redecorating your bathroom floor. Thanks, man. Happier days. Have the widow arrive at your house and invite her in. Talk to her every day for 3 days and she'll show you a picture of herself and her husband. Finish the conversation with her and you'll get the achievement. You're fired. Invite the FEMA guy into your house and talk to him for 3 days. You'll eventually get the prompt to ask him to empty out his pockets since you don't trust him. He'll decline at first, but you can force him by pulling out your gun. He'll concede and admit to being with FEMA. Bullet dodger. Keep the cat lady inside your house and talk to her for 5 days. You'll eventually have the option to pull your gun on her. Doing so will cause her to show you some morbid acrobatics that she can do to dodge your gunshots. Keep shooting at her until this abhorrent lady is dead. The Whisperer in Darkness. Encounter the blind guy in your playthrough and invite him in. Talk to him for 4 days straight where he'll eventually end up taking his own life. The usual suspects. There are 56 guests to encounter in this game. You have to meet all of them at least one time. If you are going to be achievement hunting, you are bound to get this one eventually. It'll take a while to get this achievement. Martyr. This was by far the hardest achievement for me to get. You have to get the elementary school teacher and talk to her for 5 days straight. She'll eventually say that she isn't made for this new world and sadly takes your gun and ends her life. The reason this is by far the most difficult achievement for me is because of these stupid neophyte purple minions. If you get her before day 8, you will not be able to complete her storyline because these dumb fucking idiots. The reason why is because the cult leader will force her out of your house on day 8 and there is no way you can stop it from happening. There are 3 ways to get this achievement. One of the ways being hypothetical. The hypothetical one being that you need to get her as the 3rd random guest on day 2 with the tall guy and cashier lady. I have never seen her arrive at my house at this time, but it might be possible, but I highly doubt it. Solution 2. You drink a kombucha on day 8 and save scum the ever-loving death out of the next night. Get used to seeing these faces because you're going to see them constantly if you don't get extremely lucky and get her as the one randomized appearing guest that shows up on this night. I'm serious. It is that bad if you don't get lucky. I spent at least 3 to 4 hours doing this and never got her. It got so bad, I just stopped recording since I was just doing this over and over again constantly and it was taking up my drive space. The 3rd and final best solution that I personally did was a method I read on a forum for the Martyr achievement on Steam, reading a comment by an individual named El Aspero. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for finding this out. Nice Jill Stingray profile picture too. I love that game. They found out that if you reach day 14 and instead of boarding up your windows, you just quit to the menu without saving. This will take you back to day 13 and you can continue to progress people's storylines. This doesn't just work on her, this can work with anybody. So if you have somebody else you have to talk to either for an achievement or phone number, this is the way to go. As of uploading this video, this glitch still works. If it is sadly patched out, then you will be stuck doing the safe scumming method on night 8 that I mentioned earlier. That's it for the achievements. Here are some tips that I think can help you out. Some of these tips I already mentioned earlier in the video, but these are for people that haven't seen those achievements because they skipped around in the video. Having one visitor in your house will cause them to kill every night except the night they are invited in. Inviting 2 visitors the same night will have them kill someone the same night as well. Having 2 or more for a long period of time seems to cause a dream situation where everyone leaves your house to happen, but I don't have complete solid proof on this. Some characters are guaranteed visitors in the game, these being the cashier lady, cat lady, immortal man, the big yellow dressed mother, the coat guy, and the old lady. Some characters are guaranteed humans, which are the tall guy, little girl, burned firefighter, blind man, widow, wire face guy, kindergarten teacher, and the fired FEMA guy. Inviting the twins gives a possibility for both of them to be humans, one of them to be a visitor, or both of them to be visitors. If they are both visitors, someone will be killed in your house that night. Some characters, such as the cabbie guy, actually have reverse visitor signs, such as his teeth, eyes, and hands. So if he has white teeth, he is human. If he has yellow, he's a visitor. Some guests only have one appearance visitor sign, that being the lawyer's armpits, but you can spot him with fingernails too if he mentions having dirt under them before, or the grave tender, where his only sign is taking a picture of him and seeing shadowed silhouettes around him. For the forest orders, I recommend Energetica over coffee in the first order, and then cat food for the rest of the forest orders if you aren't going for any item specific achievements. It's best to get characters you can easily find out if they are visitors through their teeth or hands first. Getting someone like the Grave Tender on the earlier nights will be impossible for you to find out if they are a visitor or not. I have an explanation on the Martyr achievement which can help you out on being able to progress through your guest's dialogue on the same day. And now I think it's time to start wrapping up this video. That is all for the achievements currently in No, I Am Not a Human. Hopefully this guide will help you out and that my explanations were clear and concise for you. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.